at this point in the season, I don't think we're getting enough pressure on the quarterback. I think that helps those guys in the back end. And at the same time, I think there's times when we need to do a better job tightening with either zone blitz coverages or our man coverages. Because now you force that quarterback to be a little more accurate. And so I think we keep searching as coaches for different ways to manufacture some pressure. And at the same time, have good coverage with it. And I think we're a work in progress with it. And I think we'll continue to, even look at different groups who you put on the field, and do that a little differently.
Great. How would you assess your running back play? And is there a point where maybe Rawls starts pushing for more carries?
No, I don't think so. I think, yeah, we want to, run the ball a little better. But when you look at it, and you go back and look at it, and you see, if you remember a year ago, I think Fitz ran for 170 yards against Purdue. They weren't going to let him do that. I mean, they were very concerned with taking that part of our offense away. Even Denard rushed for 235. So something's got to give. And what gave was Denard 235 and I think 25 carries. So there weren't really any golden opportunities because of how they defended the tailback position.
Just to follow on that, I mean, to some really, maybe with the exception of a run here and there, hasn't really gotten going at all this year. Is he running differently than he did last year?
I don't think so. I just don't think we've had enough opportunities for it.
Brady, what have you seen out of Kenny Devins the last couple of weeks? Early in the season, we're seeing Joe Bolden a lot, and it almost looked like Joe was in a position to take Kenny's job away. What have you seen out of Kenny the last couple of weeks that maybe he's responded to that challenge?
Yeah, I think he's played, better football. I think he's, to be honest with you, and I think this happens at times, I think he's prepared better. I really do. And, I think Joe, that competition there and having two guys that, Joe's has enough snap experience now that you feel good about when he's in the ball game also. So I think it's great competition. I think the mentality that Kenny's had and his preparation's been good.
Coach, I know you experimented with kickoffs against UMass. Can you talk about what you tried to do against Purdue and what your assessment of your kickoff coverage? Kickoff
coverage wasn't good at all. We missed 9 tackles, and we hit 2 kicks poorly from a kicker standpoint. And when you miss 9 tackles, because there are opportunities, and the negative to that is, most of those guys, I think all of them but one, are defensive players on that team. Darbo's the only offensive player on the team, and we got to do a better job running through guys. Too many guys reaching, not enough guys running through tackles.
Can you talk about the decision to angle the kickoffs the way you did?
We did that all year. It just depends who we want to kick the ball to some degree. Tried to keep it out of number 8's hands. And the other part of it is Matt kicks to one side better than the other.
Going back to Kenny, how has the progression of the defensive line and their ability to kind of control things up front helped Kenny in these last couple weeks?
Well, I think it does help. I think, again, you got some significant guys who are gotten real snaps where they haven't had near as many before. So there's a learning that they go through. So I think it's better, and I think it helps. I think we're playing a little tighter on offensive linemen, which means we're getting hands on a little more, and that keeps the linebackers a little more clear.
So far with Illinois, what names or numbers jump out at you that you want to make sure your guys know about?
Well, I think, from a defensive standpoint, Shieldhouse is a guy that can be very dangerous. He's very effective running the football. He's healthy. I don't think he was healthy earlier in the year. They played well, deep into that game up in Wisconsin. Their defense is leading the league in red zone or third down defense, which means they're getting offenses off the field. They've got playmakers. Brown and Buchanan are two of the playmakers. I think they've got a lot of weapons.